Thank you, Dr. Parada, Father Hanwell. It's certainly an honor to receive the Ignatian Educator of the Year Award, and it's really doubly so because it is my esteemed colleagues, as Dr. Parada mentioned, many of whom are here this evening, who make the nominations. And it is in working with them and, of course, with your sons that it becomes such a joy to teach at Prep. And they inspire me, in the words of St. Ignatius, to give and not to count the cost each and every day. So thank you all once again. You know, it's been said that the mind is a wonderful thing. It starts working the minute you're born and never stops until you get up to speak in public. And this is usually true for me. But when it comes to speaking about your sons, nothing could be further from the truth. That is always easy, a joy, and a pleasure. As Father Hanwell mentioned, it was in August of 2010 that you dropped off your sons, then boys, for their freshman orientation. Coincidentally, it was in August of 2010 that I was preparing to embark on a new phase of my career here at Prep, returning full-time to the classroom and teaching freshmen for the first time in 15 years. Things had changed, I was sure. And so it was together that we began a new adventure. What was so encouraging about your sons from day one was their openness to whatever experience was introduced into the learning. From the low-hanging fruit of the daily homework assignments, and beginning within at the start of every class, to playing the movie of periods of their lives during examens, they were always right with me. I thought, though, that I might be pushing the envelope a bit too far when I decided to do a Buddhist mindful eating exercise. This involved taking 40 minutes to meditatively consume a clementine. They didn't believe it was really going to take that long. Now, you know, 14-year-old boys consuming a clementine would be done whole in under 10 seconds under usual circumstances. But they went with me on it, and upon reflection later, they told me they were amazed at how wonderful clementines taste when you actually chew them before you swallow. There were days, there still are, when driving in, I'd be feeling a little tired, a little stressed, whatever the case may be. But when I arrived at B105, opened the door, looked at those empty seats, and began to think about what was planned for the day, my energy would, and still does, start to build. Soon your sons would begin to arrive with their enthusiasm, their love of learning, their curiosity as to what I might have up my sleeve that day, and it reawakened my desire to be the best teacher I could be. Make no mistake about it, it is definitely as much something that your sons bring to the classroom as it is what I or any other teacher brings to the classroom that creates Ignatian educators. Earlier this year, Father Hanwell challenged all of our students to become men of the Majas, or the more. Last summer, it was my privilege to travel with some of your sons to Jamaica. The compassion with which they cared for the needs of the children at Mustard Seed was a testament to their growing awareness of themselves as men of the Majas, as men for others. When I witness a student give up a meal at the end of a day on a mission trip because they know that the children they played with all afternoon will go to bed hungry, when we wrap up a rice bowl challenge at the end of Lent, and my 3 freshman classes alone raise over $2,400 for Catholic Relief Services, as they did a few weeks ago, when I spend an afternoon with your sons as they help children with their homework on an urban plunge or help them prepare their Kairos talks, I know they are becoming men of the Majas, infused with the love of God and of their fellow men and women everywhere. Thank you again for entrusting your sons to Prep. I have been so richly blessed as a person and as a teacher by having known them. My prayer is that God will be with them forever as they go forth in the spirit of St. Ignatius to set the world on fire. Thank you very much.